I always wanted to be a dad. There's no question about it. My bond with my dad made me want to have a bond with my son.
I think he set the bar very high. So it's certainly a goal of mine to create as many lasting and unique memories for my own family. But I think I've learned from the best in a way that hopefully I can make all the Esiasons proud. Maybe the greatest curse of CF is that 98 to 99% of men face infertility because of the congenital absence of the vas deferens. So that means that we are fertile, but we require medical intervention to extract sperm from our body to fertilize the female's egg. I grew up with CF in the age of social media, of Google searching, of internet searching, and I learned that I would not be able to naturally father children because of my cystic fibrosis. And CF is such a villain because it affects all of our organs in so many different ways. But this was really the salt in the wound. And when I learned about it, I felt an immense sense of fear because I didn't understand what infertility was. I didn't understand what being sterile perhaps meant. I didn't understand any of those things. And I remember conflating the two issues. So I was thinking about it incorrectly. And it wasn't until a physician told me much later in my high school days that I would be able to have kids eventually. However, it would require medical intervention. And I remember that just being a deep feeling of sadness, of fear, and a lot of just different complex emotions that sort of gutted me when I was really young. Once it all finally worked, it was almost like surreal, right? Like once we got the positive pregnancy test and then the repeated positive pregnancy tests, it all just kind of felt like it was happening so fast that, like anything else, again, with CF that had maybe prepared me for this, it was like, okay, well, this is just another challenge that we have to take on together. It felt like, in a lot of ways, I was crossing the finish line of having dealt with severe CF for so long that I could finally have to stress about something else in my life for all the best reasons.
Yeah, when they gave me the picture of the sonogram, my initial thought was, I was thinking about all the other people that went before us and how many people have lost their lives to CF and how many families have been fractured because of CF and how many people I wish could have been here with me today to share the moment that got us to this point. We have finally not only had the miracle of Trikafta, but now we're having the miracle of IVF. The joy and happiness that I was feeling for him, and then of course his wife, Darcy, and the fact that we were gonna have a grandson, and watching him and her tell me that this is happening and then watching my reaction was the most amazing day of my life. It was just a remarkable feeling of accomplishment, fulfillment, and happiness. So with all the bad news that goes on in this world, we found our little slice of heaven, and his name's Casper, and that's the remarkable part about IVF. The day that you walked out of that hospital with Casper in the bassinet, and I think Darcy took a picture of you from behind, and then you put it out there on Instagram, and you said, this is the greatest walk out of a hospital in my life. Yeah,
I think it dawned upon me that I had walked out of so many hospital buildings in my life, or so many inpatient rooms, or so many doctors' offices, feeling just absolutely crushed and defeated, that walking out with Casper was the exact opposite, right? It was finally feeling like everything that we had done for so long led to that one precise moment of walking out of the hospital building with Casper in the little baby seat.
I always tell people that, so he is like my hero, and when you think of Casper, he's our miracle. That's why this whole IVF program is so amazing and so important to us.
We want people to feel the exact same magic that we've felt, because we know, everyone at the foundation knows, and everyone in the CF community knows, the amount of effort that is required to get to this stage of life is immense. And then the burden of IVF is such that It's almost unfair that people with CF have to go through just another hurdle
Right.
to become parents, and that's why we want to provide what we can to make that even a little bit easier for the person.
That financial burden easier. So we're so proud to launch the BEF IVF program, and people who want to help us launch this and donate to it, all they have to do is go to Esiason.org and make a donation right there.
If people with CF need help with their IVF journey, they can also head to Esiason.org and fill out the application to be considered for a grant award.
And if you have any questions, all you have to do is email us or call us. You'll see our phone numbers on the website. It is so easy.